Well, welcome everybody. Today is February 27th, and this is another edition of the Fifth Dimensional Academy of Higher Consciousness. And I'm broadcasting from Los Angeles live. So I like to welcome you all. I see a lot of new faces. The way we do this academy is because of the devices make funny noises. What we have to do is we have to mute everyone on the program we have. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do a meditation. During the meditation, there's going to be a transmission of energy and information. And after that, when we're done, we can talk, and if you have any questions, you can write it to me on the chat box, and or wave your hand at me. And if you're on Zoom, and I'll unmute you, and you can talk to me directly. But pretty much everybody else, I'm gonna have to unmute because, as I mentioned again, devices make funny noises when we're doing this. So for the moment, what we're going to do is we're going to do a simple meditation that is very easy to be done. The purpose of meditation is that no matter what kind of meditation you do, where you are in the world, and generally what is your objective of doing a meditation, is that meditation, the type of meditation we do, it allows you to come to a deep place within yourself, and you quiet down. As your attention shifts from the other world, your attention shifts from the world outside you, a shift of attention of your thoughts and your feelings and your body. We take our attention away from those things, and we switch our attention into one place within ourselves. And in this journey, that what we do, what happens is you feel a deep calmness and quietness, and B, you start feeling grounded and connected to something bigger and greater than what we think we are. And in that connection, something happens. A magic takes over when this connection takes place. As our mind quiets down and we get more grounded, an expansion begins to happen. And in that expansion, an understanding comes that it's very difficult to explain to an analytical mind, but a wisdom and understanding comes. So this is what meditation really, truly does for us, and bring us to this place of a greater understanding, calmness, and wisdom, the universal wisdom that all is well and everything is taken care of, and you can relax into this moment and surrender to it, and you don't have to worry, and you don't need to be in control all the time trying to figure things out. Okay? Letting go of the control and not really trying to figure things out. Just hear what I'm saying. Letting go of trying to control things, and also letting go of this idea that you have to know everything. Okay? Letting go of this idea that you must figure life out, and you relax into this moment, and you allow the wisdom of this moment take over. Because your higher self, your soul, your divine self, the guru inside you, knows what it's doing. And you reconnect with the wisdom and the guru within yourself through meditation and through relaxing in the moment and allowing this moment to take over. And it's very, very different than our education, because our schooling, our education is designed based off thinking about future, trying to figure things out. You need to know this and you need to know that. And this system is the opposite of how we've been brought up. We're going to operate from not knowing versus what we've been told all of our lives that you must know. And we're going to allow this other part of us to take over, the part that knows everything. And we're going to surrender to this part of ourselves. We can talk about this more after our session, and I'll be more than happy to explain things more to you. So for the moment, you just relax and settle in yourself, and you can bring your attention to your breathing. It's a very simple thing. You're sitting here, you're not doing anything strange, and your attention comes to your breath. You're breathing in and you're breathing out. Very, very simple thing to do. As you are doing this breathing in and out, which is a normal thing, which you do it every moment of your life, you're breathing in, you're breathing out. As you're bringing your attention on your breath, allow your mind to be. Don't manipulate your thoughts. And do not visualize anything unless I ask you to do. Simply let things be, whatever that is. If images come, they're welcome. Let them come. But don't manipulate anything. And thoughts, don't try to stop your thoughts, or don't try to think of anything in specific. Simply be an observer, be a witness, be available in this moment to whatever comes and goes, and be indifferent to it. Okay? Take a deep breath. And keep your attention on one point. And as you're doing this, I would like you to put your hands on your chest area and bring your attention to this part. And repeat after me. All is well. All is well. Everything is in good hands. The all-knowing wisdom is here. I am love. Love is here. Take a deep breath. And keep your attention on your breath without really trying. Simply be available. And as you're breathing in and out gently without really trying hard, you're simply here. You may feel an expansion of energy. Something's going deeper. An expansion's taking place. Your mind's quieting down. Your heartbeat is mellowing down. There's a sense of calmness. And there's a feeling of warmth. You are here. You're present. You can hear noises from the outside. You can hear noises from the inside. Yet, you're in a deep state of calmness. You're simply here and you're available. Everything's quiet and calm. And as you're here in this calm, quiet state, I would like you to see, as you're breathing, that there is a golden light, a ball of light. This light is expanding from your heart. It's a ball of light and love, and it's expanding, and it's getting bigger and bigger, and it's taking over your whole body. You can see light has taken over from inside you, and it's expanded, has reached the boundaries of your body. And now the light is going beyond the boundaries of your body. And it's getting larger and larger and taking over your house, your apartment. And you're losing your sense of being limited to a body by becoming energy, light, and love, and taking over your apartment, your house. And now this love, this light It's starting to expand. You're expanding beyond the boundaries of your house, apartment, your room. And you're expanding, taking over your entire neighborhood. And all this time, you're not doing anything. You simply are. You're not trying to go anywhere and not trying to get to anything. You're simply here. The expansion continues, and the light that you are, this big ball of light you've become, that the source of it is your heart, is expanding to the city that you live in. Now you've become the whole city. Your love, your light, you're collected, you're centered, you're calm. And you have become a beacon of light and mountain of being still, not moving, centered in light and love. A powerful transmission of light, transmitting your love and light beyond the boundaries of the city you live in. It goes and takes over the country that you live in. And this light coming out of your heart, it's expanding, it's affecting every human being, vegetation, the animals, everything that it touches. It transforms it to love, to light. Nothing can resist the power of your love. Nothing can resist you. You're the embodiment of the divine love, divine source. It comes from your heart. You are the source. And now you're affecting the entire nation you live in, and it's expanding to the continent that you live in. Your body, which is light and love, has expanded to the continent that you reside in, and expanding more. And now you're taking over the entire planet Earth. And you're going beyond the galaxy. You simply are here, available, and your love and light has exceeded the universe and beyond. Pure love, pure light. You have no boundaries any longer. You are lost at last. And you have become expansion without boundaries. The joy of love and light that comes from your heart, it's overflowing you, and you can no longer contain it, and you have to share it with others. It's too much for one person. It's overflowing. And if you put your hands on your heart and repeat after me, I love myself. I love myself. I love everybody. I forgive myself. I forgive everybody because I'm love, because I'm light, because I'm spirit. That's why I love myself and I love others. I say yes to love. Yes to love. Yes. 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 You're simply here. You're silent. You've become vibrations. You've lost boundaries of a human being. You've become energy and light and love. And you can feel this love which is here. The presence. Feel it. Feel the love that is here. Feel the presence. Feel this presence of the powerful being, Her Majesty, the Supreme Soul that you're feeling right now. This powerful being, love that you're feeling, it's coming from within yourself. You are the source of it. This fountain of love and calmness that is coming out of you and is affecting the entire world, entire universe. You are the source of it. So one more time, I'm going to ask you to repeat after me. When you say, I love myself, when you repeat after me, I want you in this moment, truly without any ideas, without any judgments of yourself, to love yourself in this moment and to love others. Forgive yourself and forgive others in this moment and allow the transformation to take place so we can go beyond our limitations to our divine self, so we can dissolve into the wisdom, the grace, so we can receive the wisdom of the grace by going beyond our limited mind and heart and expanding ourselves into the wisdom of the divine self. So repeat after me. I love myself. I love myself. I love everybody. I forgive myself. I forgive everybody because I'm love. Because I'm light. Because I'm spirit. That's why I love myself. And I love others. I say yes to love. Yes to love. Slowly, slowly. As you are in your meditation, you can see that you can bring your attention here from inside and see there's a column of light. There's a column running through you. And you can either see it or visualize that there is a column running through you. It's made out of light. And your attention comes to that. And you identify with this column of light. It's very still. and it doesn't move. You become and connect to this part inside yourself, which is a non-moving part of you. It's very still and it's silent. A part in you that never goes anywhere, never is affected by anything. It's never been born and it will never die. It's always still and it's always silent and it's calm. And you are reconnecting to that part. And rediscovering who you are. By reconnecting to this part of yourself. This column of light is connecting from your sacrum, all of your chakras together, all the way to your crown. It's connecting you to the very depth of planet Earth and all the way into the cosmos. So running through you. Therefore, you're truly grounded. And no matter what kind of storm comes, what kind of earthquake in life, hurricanes, whatever comes, you are not moving. You're rooted and does not shake you or affect you by any chance. Nothing can move you. Nothing can disturb you. Everything passes through. You witness it, but you're not affected by it. Because you have reconnected to your own center. You have rediscovered your own center. Therefore, nothing can touch who you are any longer. No news, good or bad. Financial disaster, loss of friends, family, lovers. Ups, downs, nothing can affect this. Nothing can affect you at your center. You can feel the powerful presence of this connection to yourself. It's calm, quiet, safe. You are home in the center of yourself. This is home. So you can all come back now, slowly, slowly. Maybe I can switch this. So this column runs through us. We can sense it. It's running through like a column, you know? All the buildings in the world, there are supported by columns. These iron beams or wooden beams that are holding a building together. It's a vertical column. And there is one running through you. That's the center of yourself. By recognizing that place, we bring our attention to the center. And we start to connect to it. So you're connecting to the center. You bring your attention inwards to the center of yourself. And the center of yourself is the watcher, the observer, the witness, the real you. The real you is here. Is sitting there, watching. The center of you. The center, who you are, in the middle of yourself, it's still. And things move like a pendulum. You're here, and things start to come and go. Things are swinging in front of you. There's a swing like this. You're here, and things are swinging. This swing is the news in the world. You're feeling good, you're feeling bad. You're feeling high, you're feeling low. It's just going like this. Ding, 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 ding. Good news, bad news, good news, bad news, good news, bad news. Feeling good, feeling bad, feeling good, feeling bad. That's the swing, the pendulum of your life. You meet somebody, you fall in love with them, everything is great, the pendulum is on the upside, and then you go through a breakup and the person doesn't like you anymore and they leave you, and then the pendulum changes. It swings from one end, swings to the other end. And with those swings, your moods and your feelings change. You're happy, then you're miserable. You're joyous, then you're depressed. And if you look at your life, you're going to see that you're a victim to events all the time. You're a victim of good news and bad news. You're a victim of when things go your way, you're happy, and when things don't go your way, you're miserable. Oh, I just got admitted in this school, so I can go to this law school, or I go to this art school. And government just gave me a scholarship. They gave me a grant, and I'm so happy, everything's going my way, and I'm really happy. And then few months after that, news come and you lose something. You just lost your whatever, your grant. You got a bad grade. They kicked you out of school. You lost your boyfriend, your husband, your girlfriend, blah, blah, blah. Whatever is the news. Now you are depressed. You're sad. You went to see your doctor and your doctor gave me some bad news. and now you're very depressed. So, pendulum, you know, pendulum. It's going up, it's going down. It's going this way, it's going that way. So, the Buddha, the master, the enlightened being, an awakened being is no longer in the pendulum. They're no longer identified with the pendulum. They have found their center, and they have connected to their own center. And therefore, they're not affected by ups and downs. Today, you live in a country which is safe and sound, and then you turn on the TV and there comes the news of terrorism. The terror is everywhere. And now you live in fear and anxiety. Then you get the news, don't go to the mall, don't go shopping in a mall because there's terrorists there. Don't go to the airport traveling somewhere else because there's terror there. Then you get the news that there's some kind of disease. A new disease has come. So don't share your bottle of water with your friend. Be careful of this. Be careful of that. Now your mind is going crazy. Fear and anxiety. So you're affected by what is happening in the outside world. Good news make you happy, put you in a good mood. Bad news make you depressed and sad and fearful. Therefore, you suffer. And as long as you haven't found your inner center, this place that 5 minutes ago in our meditation, we connected to the center of ourselves. As long as you don't know about this place, as long as you don't discover it and you don't connect to it, then you're going to be suffering and you'll be a victim. All of your life, you're going to go up and down, up and down, up and down. And you will be a slave. You think you live in a country that you're free, but you're not free. You're a slave of your emotions. You're a slave of your mind. Because you're only happy if you get good news, and you're miserable when you get bad news. And we have been doing this for thousands of years. They call it the wheel of karma. And you've been around this loop for many, many lifetimes. And at one point, you discover meditation, but that's not just enough. Just doing meditation and becoming calm and quiet for an hour or for a day, it's not enough. Because if you don't have the right training and the understanding that you have to find the center of yourself and bring your attention on your center, then you're still up and down, going up and down. Because you're still chasing moods, you're chasing states, you're chasing feeling good through meditation, and then you're feeling bad later on. You're still projecting that if you're sitting with your teacher, with the guru, with the master, you feel really good, your heart expands, you feel a lot of love, but then when you leave your teacher, your guru, then you feel really bad. Your suffering comes back So you're still, even though know how to meditate, even though you are a spiritual seeker and you do everything right, but you're still suffering. Because you're still in the world of duality. You're still in the world of good and bad, feeling good and feeling bad. So therefore, you're not free. And your spirituality, your practice, is only an illusion. It's only an illusion. You think you're practicing to become free, but you are conditioning yourself with brand new conditioning of now you're another slave dressed as a spiritual seeker. Nothing has changed. Only your clothes, only your hairstyle. Now you don't eat meat and you are vegan, but you're still in a prison. Now you've given up alcohol or you've given up sex and you do meditate, but you're still in a prison. So only the appearance of spirituality is there, not the real one. You can't be free until you find the stillness inside yourself and identifying to the stillness, to the part of yourself which is not subject to feeling good and feeling bad. It's not a part of the pendulum. It's not going up, it's not going down. You have connected to that part of yourself which is the observer. Mark my words. Just be here, pay attention, because I'm giving you the pearls right now. I'm handing you 30 years of seeking and the wisdom at this moment. So this is a part you want to pay attention to. You want to bring your attention inwards and to keep your attention on the watcher inside, the witness within, the real you who's like this. The one who's watching your ups and downs, the one who's watching your thoughts, the one who's watching your emotions. How do you know that you feel good? And how do you know that you feel bad? Who discovers that? You. The I am knows. You are the one who knows you're feeling good and you're feeling bad. You are the one who can observe your thoughts. But are you your thoughts? If you can observe your thoughts, are you your thoughts? If you can observe your emotions, are you your emotions? Because your emotions come and go. You have 10 different states during a day. In the morning, you feel great. By noon, you're depressed. By afternoon, you ate some good ice cream and you cried, and now you're feeling better. And by evening time, you're sad. So are you your emotions? We've been brainwashed from childhood and conditioned by society and our upbringing that we are our emotions. So therefore, you're up and down all the time because you believe that's who you are. Now, comes the teaching. And as the teaching comes, you start to hear this for the first time, maybe, that you are not your emotions, you are the observer and the witness of your emotions. And the one who's observing the emotions is not involved, is not affected. So the more you bring your attention to the observer, the witness, yourself, the sense of I am, where is still, the more you bring your attention to the stillness, who you are, the less you're affected by your emotions, the less they become real. They lose their grip. Not that you don't feel them, because this is not about making you become numb or robot. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to help you become free from something that you think you are, and help you really realize who you are. Because you think you're this human being, limited and needy and separated. And that's not who you are. You're not this little itty bitty, limited, separated human being who's a victim of circumstances. That's not who you are. That's not your identity. You picked up the wrong identity. They told you your name is Mary, your name is Camilla, your name is Eva, your name is da-da-da-da. Your last name is this. They put a label on you. Your name is Mary. Your last name is Johnson. They wrote this. You're a woman. You're from the US. You're from Canada. You're from Mexico. You're from Sweden. That's another label. They attached that label on you. Your religion is Christianity. Your religion is Buddhism. You're a Jew. You're a Muslim. You're white. You're black. They put labels on you. You're a mother. You're a nurse. You're a woman. You have no rights. You're not smart. You're not equal. You're a man. You're this. You're that. They put labels on you. And you have bought these labels. You accept them. This is who you think you are. So when I ask you, who are you? You say, well, my name is Mary Jane, and I'm from Sweden. I'm a student. You identify yourself as these false identities. And therefore, you live your life with a false identity. And then when you die, you thought this is real. And then you have to come back into this illusion. And you do it again and again and again and again and again. And you do it like 1,000 times until at one point, like what happened to me, is the merciful guru, the teacher, arrived, and he fished me out. He pulled me out from the wheel of the karma. And he started to send me inwards to look for the real me. And as I investigated more, I started to discover who I am until I became free. And this is what I'm trying to do, trying to help you to become free. Free from the false identification. that you have picked up. And therefore, you suffer. Because you've suffered enough. And it's time for freedom. It's time to help you to become free from this false identification. And the false identification is that you believe you are your thinking process. That's what you think you are. And you believe you are your changing emotions. And you believe you're the meat. You think you're this body. That's what you think you are. And guess what? All three, always changing, always coming and going. And this one, at the end, it will betray you. It will give you the finger. At the end of your life, it will tell you, goodbye, buddy. Means it will die. First, it will get sick and decay, and then it will abandon you. This, who's been with you all your life, it will give you the finger at the end. So we need to wake up and discover who we are and free ourselves from suffering, because we don't want to suffer. We want to come out of this prison and we want to be free. And this is the time to become free. Otherwise, you have to go do another round, and you've done it enough. And that's why you're here. You've come to me to help you and show you the way out, because you've already done it thousands of times, and this is the last lifetime. So if you really pay attention, this is your opportunity. This is the way out. And the way out, very simple, in a very, very simple way. It is simple, but I know your thinking mind is going to come and say, no, 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 Zarathustra, it's not that simple. I have to change my lifestyle. I have to stop eating meat. I have to shave my head. I have to go to India. I need to lose some more weight. I need to go to Tibet and sit in a cave. I need to do blah, 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 blah. Your mind will come and give you excuses that you need to do something else, because your mind knows that you're about to cut it off and go around it. So the mind knows that it's coming to its death. So the mind will come up all kinds of different excuses to distract you, to save itself, to keep you into illusion, to keep you in Maya. But you have to be resilient and go beyond the mind, not listening to your mind. By recognizing that your thinking mind is only a tool. It's a program. It's an application. That's all it is, to help you figure things out. For working mind, that's all it's useful for. It's an application that is useful for you to buy a ticket for the train, to put your shoes on, to know how to cook food, to know how to go register when you go to school, to pay your bills. And that's all it is for. It's not for anything else. The rest of the time, it's not doing you any good. It's damaging you. because the rest of the time it's residing in the past and telling you, you did this wrong, you did that wrong, remember this, remember that. It's telling you you're ugly, it's telling you you're not good enough, it's telling you you're stupid, it's telling you you're not responsible, it's telling you stuff all the time. Or it goes in the future and is afraid. Oh, what's going to happen? Oh my God, the terrorists are coming. There's going to be disease in the future. The world is going to end. There's not going to be any jobs for us. There's not going to be any good air anymore. The life's coming to end. This is what your mind does. It's not serving you. You have to recognize it and only use it for what it's good for. Applying for the working mind, using it for that. The rest you ignore. You don't pay any attention. Whatever is going in here is none of your business. It's Fox News. It's BBC News. You become ignorant to it. You don't pay attention to your thoughts. Let it do whatever it wants to do. It has nothing to do with you. You're simply witnessing your thinking mind, but you're not your thinking mind. Same way you can witness a flock of birds flying in the air. Are you those birds? Or if you go sit in a coffee shop and you're watching people through the window, or you're on a side cafe, you're watching people walking in front of you. People are walking back and forth. Same thing, you're watching your thoughts passing by. You're watching people walking. You're watching thoughts passing by. You're not these people walking in front of you. You're not these cars driving in front of you. You are the observer of the cars. Traffic is passing by. You're observing it. You're observing traffic. So remain the observer. Same thing with your thoughts. Remain the observer. You're not interested in what's going on here. Whatever is going on here, it's none of your business. Don't worry about it. And you may not be able to shut it off. You cannot quiet down. Fine. I can't quiet down the noise which is happening on the street. I cannot control the temperature of the weather. I cannot say I want a warm day today or I want a cold day. I can't say I don't want clouds in the sky today or I want sunshine. It does what it does. So you let it be. And the same thing is with your emotions. They come and go. You feel sad, then sadness goes away, then you feel happy, happiness comes, then anger comes, and then goes. Things come and go through you. Now you may ask me, how do I deal with it? It's very simple. I'm going to share with you a simple method of how you deal with your emotions. Okay? Are you with me? Would you like to hear it? Yes? Okay. Whenever, let's say, sadness comes or depression, you get up in the morning and you feel depressed, you feel down, you feel out of it. You're simply telling yourself, depression is visiting me. Depression is here. You don't say, I'm depressed. You say, depression is visiting. So you change your relationship with the emotion. Instead of owning the emotion as who you are, you're simply acknowledging its presence as a visitor. You're not trying not to feel your emotion. You're not trying to numb yourself. You're not trying to deny it. Don't do any of those things, because people have come to me and say, hey, I tried to push it away. No, no, no. Don't push anything away. You're simply admitting that depression is here. And then the depression goes away. Then you do the next thing, sadness. All of a sudden you start feeling very sad. Sadness comes. You don't tell yourself, I am sad. You don't own it. You say, sadness is visiting me. Sadness is here. And you feel it. You feel the sadness. But you're not saying, I am sad. You're saying sadness is visiting. And now you have shifted your position. Now you're saying, I'm the observer, I'm the witness of sadness. But I'm not sadness. I'm observing sadness is here. That's what you're saying. I'm observing it. But I'm not it. You feel it when it's there. You're not trying not to feel it either. Because if you resist it, it persists. If you try to push it away, it comes back stronger. You don't do that. You're simply feeling it. But you're making an announcement to existence, to yourself, that sadness is here and sadness is visiting. And then it goes away. Then another thing comes. Let's say anger comes. Same thing. Anger is here. You feel it. You express yourself. Be angry. Fine. And then anger goes. And as you practice this, you start to become free. This is the way out. But you have to do it. When it happens and you remember, you do it. You make this your daily practice with emotions. Strong emotions that they grab you. Light emotions you forget because you don't pay attention to them. But the ones that they really shake you and grab you, you make this practice every single day until you recondition yourself, until it gets ingrained in your psyche, and then it happens automatically. But what happens is after a week, after 2 weeks, after 1 month, you no longer suffer. Suffering disappears from your life forever by doing one single thing. Very easy. You don't have to change your life. You don't have to change the way you are. You just view emotions from a different angle. You have changed your identification. You're no longer identifying with your emotions that you are your emotion. You have changed that you're the witness of your emotion. You're witnessing it. You're aware of them, but you're not it. It's as simple as that. It took me 30 years to find this, and I'm sharing it to you, with you right now. It's that simple. And I wished I knew this 30 years ago, and I wouldn't go through so much suffering and ups and downs, but it took me a long time to get it. But that's how you do it. The same thing with your thoughts. Thoughts go a lot faster. But you're simply aware that your mind is very busy. If you wake up in the morning, you have mind bombardments, you're simply acknowledging that your mind is very busy. That's it. You acknowledge that it's very busy. There's busyness happening here. That happens to me. Sometimes I get bad news, stuff like that. Something went wrong all the time with what I do. There's always some story. Something's wrong. Something didn't happen. And the mind starts getting agitated. And I don't pay attention to it. It does its own thing. But I don't pay much attention to it. I'm aware of it, but I don't pay attention to it. I have a couple of messages here, and let me read them, and then, all right, see what we got here. I got a question. Hi, Sophia, how are you? Nice to see you.
Hi.
You're in North Carolina, right?
No, I'm in Tennessee now.
Tennessee. Nice seeing you again.
Thank you. I got the question, Zarathustra. Supposedly, if we become a pure observer, okay, then we won't have any karma.
Yeah, that's right. Well,
can you give an example?
Yeah, can I give an example? Or
yeah, you give me.
Yeah, no, as long as you're in a human body and you're here on this planet, there is action and reaction. And so one way or the other, whatever that you do is a part of the totality. And there is response coming back, whatever happens. But karma is, let me clarify this part, is for an individual who thinks they're separated from the source, who thinks they're separated from totality. So, human beings are born, and after age 2, they're developing their ego, and as we're growing, we believe that I am someone separated from the whole. Therefore, my actions, they result in consequences. Okay? Right? So, as long as you have that way of thinking, then whatever you do something wrong, of course, you have to pay for it. And you go through guilt trips because you did something wrong and you suffer. When your consciousness starts to expand and you start to realize that you are not in control of your life, you're not the one who is driving this vehicle, and you start to merge, your consciousness merges into the oneness, you begin to realize that there is no individual separated from the source. Therefore, your actions and your doings are not separated from life. It is life's doing. So you become free.
We become free or passive. You know, if we
leave that. You become free. You become free from cause and effect. Now, becoming free from cause and effect, okay, it doesn't mean you're sitting here and not doing anything all day long. You still react to whatever that circumstance brings for you. Awakening, enlightenment, self-realization does not mean you become a potato. It doesn't mean you're sitting there all day and not doing anything. It could be that too, but that's not a necessity that you're sitting there and you're passive all day. You still react to things. You still like things and don't like things. But you're free from what? You're free of the results. In your mind, there's no attachments to any results. You have become free and you're not invested in the results. Whatever is the result, you're okay with that. You have freed yourself. But you're awakened. You're driving carelessly and you run into someone and you hit somebody. You still have to deal with consequences of driving carelessly. Awakening doesn't mean like you have no responsibility anymore. Just because you realize that you're one with existence and you're not the one in charge of what is happening, because existence is operating through the vehicle. But yet the vehicle did some wrongdoing, then the vehicle has to pay for it because you're still in this world. It may be a little bit complicated to explain it, but what I want to explain is awakening. It doesn't give you a clear bill that now you can be careless and do whatever you want to do. There's still consequences to your actions. But inside yourself, you know you're not the one who's doing it any longer. You have become free from it. That's the difference.
And reincarnation exists. Do you believe in reincarnation, that we come to another bodies million times?
There is two things. There is the apparent world and there is the greater part. There's the apparent reality and there's the total reality. There's one appears to be real and there is one is the total. Okay? In the apparent reality, in the reality that looks very real. Okay? You live this life and it looks very real, correct?
Mm-hmm.
This world. There's war, there's famine, there's love, there's heartbreak, there's children being born, there's good things, there's bad things, there's beauty, everything looks real, correct?
Yeah.
Right. So we call it relative reality. It's a reality that looks relatively real, right? In the relative reality, it looks like somebody dies and then that person comes back and has a body, a different body, and lives another life. It looks like it. It appears to be that way. But in absolute reality, there is no such a thing as reincarnation, because it's only one living soul. And that one living soul has always been here. So it doesn't die and it doesn't be born. It's just like raindrops. When it's raining and the raindrops fall into the ocean, before they fall into the ocean, each raindrop has its size and it's got its character. So it's falling down and eventually it falls into the ocean. So what happens to the raindrop when it falls into the ocean? Where is it?
They become one.
It becomes the ocean, right?
Yeah.
Now, can you find that raindrop and bring it back and make another life out of it?
No.
No, it's impossible, isn't it? Because it dissolved into the oneness. So when that rainfall comes back, where does it come from? It was the ocean evaporated and another raindrop comes. So another raindrop comes. The raindrop thinks it's an individual. It thinks it's living its own life. It thinks it's making its own decisions. And it thinks it's been there before, until it falls back into the ocean and it disappears again. So relatively, yes, there is reincarnation, but in absolute reality, it's the reincarnation of what? That ocean turns into raindrops, and the raindrops go back into the ocean, and then from that ocean comes the raindrops. So what's reincarnating?
You know, theoretically, it's easy to understand.
Right, right.
But when you think about it, you say, why it does so? Why?
Right. Why? Okay, that's a good question. Why does this happen?
This circulation happen.
Right. Yeah. In Sanskrit, they call it the lila of life, the will of the karma, the lila, the apparent world. So why do we have to come to this life and incarnate into this life and go through everything we went, and we die and then we come back? Why do we have to do that? You know? Why is God crazy, or
yeah,
has nothing else to do? Why does it have to create you imperfect so you go through this life to come back to God again? You know, why, correct? Right? And these are valid questions. But where does the question come from? Where does it happen?
From me, from...
Yeah, it's in your mind, right?
Not only in the mind, you know, I feel it with...
Yeah, yeah. But the question is a thought. You're thinking.
Yeah,
you said 5 minutes ago, when I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking about it, right? So it's a thought, isn't it?
Yes.
There's a thought coming saying, why is this happening, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, let's say if you go into the source, to your stillness, where you're observing thoughts, you're simply watching a thought. What's the difference between this thought? What's the meaning of life? What does this mean? Is there reincarnation? Versus, I want to have a cup of coffee. I want to have some ice cream. Pizza sounds really good. Okay, what's the difference between a thought? What's the meaning of life? And another thought, I want some pizza. Aren't they both thoughts?
Yeah, but that thought is connecting to the body, but this thought connecting to my spirit.
Right.
My spirit wants to know.
Right.
But coffee, my body wants coffee.
Do you think your spirit doesn't already know that?
I know he knows already. how I can know it?
Right. So the inquisitive mind wants to understand these things. It's the inquisitive mind wants to understand the nature of the infinite. The inquisitive mind wants to understand the absolute. Do you think the thinking mind, which is limited, can understand the infinite? It's beyond its understanding. So anything I answer to you, any question, I answer your question, 10 more questions will come sprout out of it, because the thinking mind wants to understand and objectify something which is beyond its capability of understanding, because it wants to understand the infinity, and it can't grasp infinity. So it's another thought. But when you become silent, the more you go to no thoughts, the more you're silent and you're not thinking. If you have arrived beyond the mind and you're in pure silence, there's no thoughts, then who wants to know?
Nobody, because the answer is there.
No, because there is no...
I'm not here.
Right.
I'm not here. Okay, I'm there. So the answer is there. So I got the answer. That's why I don't have any question. But I want to have a connection between this body, my spirit, the infinity. I want to have an answer for all of them, because I really want to know.
Right. I understand that. And what you're saying is very valid. And you're not the only one asking this question. We all have asked this question.
Yeah, but there is no answer. Everybody asks a question, but there is no answer.
Exactly. There is no answer in the way you want to hear. I have asked these questions for a very long time. When I discovered silence, no thoughts. When I arrived this place, then came the realization that I can never intellectually understand the nature of existence. It's impossible. But I can become this mystery. I can understand the mystery with my thinking mind. And no one has ever understood it. But I can become it by diving into the mystery, dissolving into the mystery, becoming one with it. And it reveals itself to you, but you cannot understand it with your intellectual mind. Because to understand it with your intellectual mind, you have to be separated from it. And by becoming it, you dissolve into it, and there is no longer you. You have become it. Therefore, there's nobody there asking the question any longer. And it reveals itself. I understand, it's frustrating, it's difficult, but practice silent mind, and silent mind will free you. And that's the way I can offer. But in the meantime, you're welcome to ask that question 1,000,000 times and dig into different books, ask different spiritual teachers. Do that if you want.
I've done it
a lot. What you're going to get is ideas and concepts. You will hear stories, they're concepts and ideas. And they just fill up your mind with more stories. But they're not going to free you from your mind. You're going to feed your mind, but you won't become free from it. Okay? All right, my dear friends.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Nice seeing you. Nice talking to you. Yeah, before we end our academy, this coming week on Friday, I'm teaching Fifth Dimensional Quantum Healing Training Program here in Los Angeles. So Friday afternoon, we're going to start on level 1. It's going to be Friday afternoon, Saturday and Sunday. And then Monday and Tuesday, we're going to be learning level 2 of the healing training program. And we still have some room left for the early bird discount. The location is it's called The Gateway. It's on Barrington, close to Pico, here in West LA. And those of you who are interested to be a part of the healing training program, you can contact us, either email us or call us or come on my website. It's zarathustra.tv, or email us at info@fifthhealing.com. And just be aware that the healing training program is not just merely limited to learning techniques. We spend a great deal of time on learning how to find inner peace and quieting down ourselves and finding the real part of ourselves, the real healer, the true healer, the master, which is here. And by quieting our mind, what happens, we arrive at this place, which is love. And we discover love. And love is what heals. And once you're taking a healing training program, and you start to realize that love heals everything. And this healing happens with yourself. That first you get healed by loving yourselves, because you can't help other people if you're not complete and whole. If you don't love yourself, you don't accept yourself for who you are, you're incomplete. So a great deal of this healing training program is to come to self-love. And in order to get to this point, we laugh, we dance, we have dancing sessions, laughing sessions, meditations. Anyone who's been with me, they know that our workshops is a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun because through fun, we learn a lot faster. So the healing training program is beyond just learning techniques. It's a way of life forever. So if you are interested, we still have room for you to join us. Okay, here it is, my dear friend Hilda Hogan. Hi, honey. Hi. Hello.
Are you going to Egypt?
Yes, I have 3 retreats this coming year.
Mm-hmm.
The first one's going to be in Åre, that I'm going to be in Sweden in July.
Mm-hmm.
Then I do my next retreat in Egypt. And that's going to be from 23rd of September to the 6th of October. So we're going to be in Egypt for 2 weeks. And in that 2 weeks, we're going to be doing a lot of light code activations. The entire trip is about taking the group to sacred sites in Egypt, aligning everyone with the power of the pyramids and these sacred places, and do special ceremonies and activations to awaken everyone to their true nature. So yes, we're doing Egypt. And speaking of that, next month I go to Sweden. My European tour starts, and I'm offering the 5th Dimensional Quantum Healing Training Program, level 1 and 2, in Sweden. and it's going to be during the Easter holiday. It's going to be in a place called Motala. It's about 2.5 hours away from Stockholm. And we still have some room for early bird discount. Actually, we're offering a big discount because it's during the Christmas holiday. So Easter, Christmas, Easter holiday. Thanks. And so anyway, and I'll be in Sweden for 1 month, and then I go to Poland. Okay, so nice seeing you all, and we'll get together next week on Tuesday, same time, same place. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Tuesday. I forgot. I have the healing training program. Thanks for telling me. Our next academy is going to be Wednesday, and that's going to be what? Wednesday, March 7th. Wednesday, March 7th is the next academy. This broadcast is recorded. It's going to be posted on Facebook, as well as our YouTube channel, and going to be on our website. So if you feel like listening to it again, go ahead, and it's available for you. And if you have any questions, you can send, if there's a topic that you want me to talk about, something is irritating you, bothering you, is coming up for you, you're welcome to write to me, either on Facebook or go to our Academy page. We have an open Academy group page that you can join in. If you're not on Facebook, then you can write an email to me, info@fifthhealing.com. Did I miss anything, Miss Shishi? I got it. Okay. So nice seeing you. God bless you. And do your practice between this week and next week. Just every time any emotion comes that is bothering you, simply acknowledge its presence. Say, sadness is here and sadness is visiting me. And then you will be amazed. It goes away like that. And then another thing comes and another things come. And then slowly, slowly you start to see that you're free. And also do your practice. Keep your attention on one point within yourself. And then you can see these things, your thoughts, your mind, your emotions, they come and go. And you're simply witnessing it. And you're not identifying yourself with it. And you find freedom. Love you. Love you all. Namaste.